It makes me excited when we do outreaches on campus, just to know that God wants to impact their lives in some way and bring them hope and joy into their life. One student that we had a few years ago, he was known on campus as the F-word singer guy. He would stand in the middle of our union and just play music with his guitar and just singing, and every other word was a cuss word. Like, everyone knew who he was on campus. And we were actually out there doing an outreach, and Ronnie told Justin to go ask him to be on our worship team, and Justin was like, what? But he went ahead and did it.
Justin came up and talked to me for a little bit and said, hey, I've been listening to your music, and basically dove right in and asked, what are you doing in your spare time, and what's your relationship with the church, and are you a person of faith? And he told me about the awesome church service Chi Alpha puts on, and said, hey, you should come up and you should bring your guitar up at when we get started and hang out with our worship band and hang out with us for a little bit and see how it all goes.
And he came to practice, and after that we all went out to eat and hung out, and just week after week after week he kept coming to Chi Alpha. It was actually on our anniversary trip to Dallas that we saw him. Justin just asked how he was, and he told us that he is actually involved in his church and gave his life over to God, and he's now playing on their worship team for real, and just totally changed his life around.
One thing Justin helped me with is remind me that part of the purpose of the church is to create a community of other believers, or to fellowship with others, or to worship with others. It really just helped to remind me that God wants to love everybody. God wants to have mercy on everyone. God wants to be gracious to everybody. And sometimes all it takes is just walking over and sitting down next to someone and saying, hey, how's your day going? I'm in a small group now that was started by a young lady that I invited to my church while we were ballroom dancing. Said, hey, tonight's Saturday and tomorrow's Sunday, and Sunday morning I'm going to church. Would you like to go with me?
And even though it never happened here, we were able to plant a seed for those students who would never even think about going to a church. And he was able to do that back home and is now very heavily involved, and it's pretty cool to see that.